What's behind China's launch of an intercontinental ballistic missile? September 27, 2024. China test-fired an intercontinental ballistic missile into the Pacific Ocean on Wednesday in a rare occurrence, adding to tensions in the region where multiple countries have overlapping territorial claims and both Beijing and Washington seek to project their influence. The launch was part of routine training by the People's Liberation Army's Rocket Force / which is in charge of conventional and nuclear missile operations, and it was not aimed at any country or target, the Defense Ministry said in a statement. The ICBM, carrying a dummy warhead, landed out in a designated area in the sea, the ministry said, without specifying where exactly. Why the Pacific? Why now? China choosing the Pacific Ocean as the location for test firing its missile comes across as both the display of its increased nuclear capabilities and as a warning to the United States and its allies in the region, experts say. There is no other potential audience, as China does not expect to have to confront the EU or the U.K. militarily, said Steve Zhang, director of the SOAS China Institute in London. The test also comes weeks ahead of an expected call between Chinese leader Xi Jinping and US President Joe Biden. It marks an increase in regional security tensions with US allies Japan and the Philippines, and a continuation of frictions with the self-ruled island of Taiwan, which Beijing claims as its own territory. Taiwan's defense ministry said Wednesday it was monitoring the missile launch along with the other military exercises by China in the region. The launch, coinciding with the UN General Assembly meeting in New York, is a pretty blunt signal to the international order, said Drew Thompson, a senior fellow at the St. Roger Rotnam School of International Studies in Singapore and a former US defense official. China is signaling that its forbearance has limits that it is prepared to use its most powerful weapons to deter adversaries or punish them if needed, if deterrence fails, he said. Wednesday's launch also follows a series of corruption arrests this year that ensnared several leading officers in its rocket course on allegations of misconduct. Its aim could be to both provide assurances at home and signal to the world that the issues have been resolved. How strong is China's military? China boasts the world's largest standing army and the biggest navy. Its military budget is the second highest in the world, after that of the US. According to the U.S., China also has the largest air force in the Indo-Pacific, with more than half of its fighter planes consisting of fourth or fifth generation models. China also boasts massive stockpiles of missiles, along with stealth aircraft bombers capable of delivering nuclear weapons, advanced surface ships and nuclear-powered submarines. In his more than a decade in power, Xi, who is also chairman of the Central Military Commission, has spearheaded the armed forces modernization, with investments in high-tech military technologies from stealth fighters to aircraft carriers, and a growing arsenals of nuclear weapons. China's defense budget has more than doubled since 2015, even as the country's economic growth rate has slowed considerably. The U.S. Department of Defense report last year, he said, China has continued to strengthen the PLA's ability to fight and win the wars against a strong enemy.